What up guys, thank you for tuning in, I do appreciate it a lot. Make sure to like and subscribe, we're going to a road to 1k. I do genuinely appreciate the support. Anyway, let's get into the video. We make Bloodfury right here, right now, due to the fact that we actually kind of need it for the quest Desert Pressure 2. I really like the quest. Look about my gear. My gear is flawless for all the bosses and anything like that we need to acquire, right? Now the thing is, I don't like that piling, so I don't really generally think I'm gonna do it. I will just kill all the bosses in half an inventory and we should be fine. But yeah, Bloodfury will help a little bit with that. Because if I do actually Dead Bank and a Spory and a die, for example, at Duke, yeah, no way. I just wipe. I'm not gonna do that. I generally dislike piling everything on the ground as well in the middle of the quest, due to the fact that if you are in a shortcut or whatever and you run out of time, all your items are gone. So that's not the way that I like to play. Makes sense. So yeah, let's start the quest over here. And let's get going, of course. We will start off with the Fedoris quest line, if that makes sense. And this dude over here, it's a somewhat tedious one, but it is what it is, I guess. And the thing is, he can hit potentially very big, but it isn't that difficult to do him. You don't need gear switches, anything like that, if that makes sense. By the way, I don't know where a Dorfis went. It went corrupted in my recording, and the kill is just gone. Sometimes it happens, guys. Sometimes it happens. Anyway, let's talk to this a little bit further. And now we are, of course, at Leviathan. I must admit, guys, Leviathan is my least favorite out of the four. I have also done it the fewest amount of times, skill-wise, on Fedorvis, so that's... I mean Leviathan, but that might be a reason as well. It's just, I don't have the gear on my ultimate armament for it. I do have the gear on my main for it, so that, still kind of need a glorify piece for that one. But hey, maybe that's a good video for another time, right? So about here is quite easy. You don't really need the barrage spells or anything like that on the quest line. For those who don't know, anytime you kill actually boss in the quest, defense and attack and everything is drained significantly, made way easier. So you can, if you're kind of like a skiller or casual players, you still can get your escape, if it makes sense, right? But now we have Duke over here. Duke, I love Duke. When I actually went for Awakened Duke on my main, I think I did it in 40 tries, so that wasn't too bad. It wasn't too, great either. But hey, it is my favorite. I got a close to 500 KC, I think, in total on it. And I must admit, doing Duke on a 4-tick weapon instead of a scythe really threw me off. Like, that is horrendous to get used to. Anyway, Whisper is a pain. I actually kind of effed up in a way. I should have had at least Void. It would have been so much faster with Void, Mage Void, right? But it's not too difficult anyway to do this in Mystics, of course. So yeah, by the way, pillars? 8 pillars. I think I died at least 60 times on Awakened Whisper. Solely due to the pillars. Like, that's something I cannot get used to. But regular boss, quite easy. If you don't have the tile marks, I think that Jedi or whatever has all the marks, and it works so great. It's so nice, actually. And if you didn't see it, kind of got bugged there and just decided to not deal any damage on the ghost there and just heal it up. We had plenty anyway, Also, the sanity comes back that way quite decent. So we are currently on the last bit of the fight. I had a lot of luck with the spawn from the how it's called, the sandwich lady mimic dude spawned in the house next to the pool. I always significantly try spawn it there. It's quite nice. And this boss fight, I think it took me, or end fight, I could rather say, 2 tries, due to the fact that I first tried it with sharks and it did not end up all that great. So I had to rebank, quickly teleport out and just went along with the Sharapods. It's kind of annoying that I had to dig into my supplies, if that makes sense. But sometimes it's better to waste a little bit more of the things that you don't want to actually have a quick completion, if that makes sense, right? I assume most people do that anyway. Yeah. Also, I will at some point camp the bosses quite a bit because I really like to have a dot or a pallet or a scythe or anything like that, right? Now the thing is, I will focus a little bit more on a mix between Zulra, I think, and Maxim. Because I have this feeling, I don't know whether you guys agree with me, but you can only really play the game after you maxed it. It makes sense. It's such a weird thing, but it frees up so many inventory spaces. And we got a bunch, by the way, a bunch of player. It's so amazing to actually have that. I think it's 100k a pop, maybe 200k. I can't remember anymore. But yeah, that's some serious player games. Yeah, 100 freaking k. That's so much. And we had a level there. So that's only nice. Makes sense, right? It's only good to see that. Anyway, 300 freaking k and 84 prayer. We only are one level off for the elite desert requirements. So that's quite nice. And we don't have that many quests left. I still need to do the mage one. By the way, now we have the questcape. Gonna buy the questcape. And we're gonna do some quick tire. Oh yeah, that's anyway, right? To complete Lumbridge, for example. So this animation should be over and then we complete the diary. Come on. Yes. Lovely. I like seeing that. Now the thing is, for those who don't know it, you generally store your cape in the cape rack in your house as an UIM. If there's a new quest, you withdraw him, you cannot deposit anymore, if I'm correct. So that really threw me off, and you don't want to withdraw it anymore. Make sure you don't do that anymore. Anyway, this is the one of the last pieces. Now we only need to talk and finally can get rid of the Drain Mistake. Because that thing was an annoyance so much. Like a permanent locked slot for the Draymond stuff on a 2am is just tedious. So I'm very happy that we can just drop it and be done with it, use the fairy ring as intended, basically without any hassle, if that makes sense, right? So yeah, we open it up. Of course, on Herblore. Herblore is quite nice. Of course, I understand Mixology is here as well. So we don't really need to focus on secondaries, but an XP lamp on Herblore is just amazing. It really helps in the long run. Because I think Herblore is one of the slowest skills in game for an UIM, and Iron Man maybe as well. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But I think that might be it actually. But now our next goal, of course, will be a little bit of Zulra, because I want to have the blowpipe maybe before I max and just deposit it in the looting bag. And it also will help me to get towards the art achievement diaries again. And therefore I can do some AFK pest control whenever I want for passive prayer XP, right? So this is the setup that I chose to use. We are on Lunars, of course. We have High Alk with the what's it called? With Ring, and also we have in Heart, which therefore means that we actually can basically consistently fetch. So over here, we are basically trying to do the perfect Zulra. Perfect Zulra, I am trying to go passively for. The reason why is if we have 3 of those snake links and we just ring of recall it, you automatically complete it. So I'm not really hard focusing on doing that. I just go for all the other achievements while I'm trying to get myself a blowpipe in the meantime, because that will be nice. And therefore, just completing everything automatically. Green logging in the sense of combat achievements will be so nice. But that will take a while because I think our PP is 140 over here, and we need like 56 seconds or 54 or something in that ballpark. But yeah, that's a little bit far off for now. By the way, it makes quite a lot of money, and we got some episode demon task. I just was curious of what it was. So we might actually do a little bit for a bludgeon, but maybe when I feel like it. I don't know yet. That's totally optional. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. I appreciate it a lot. Let me know how you guys progress is going on your accounts. I'm very curious about that. And have a good day. Bye bye.